I'm Pedro. I'm a hairdresser. I've been hairdressing since I was 16 years old. I've been in the industry for 13 years.
My name is Johnny. I've been hairdressing since I was 16.
We've actually owned our own business for the last year and a half.
We always wanted to have a business together. I think there's only so much you can do within a company. There is times when you have to spread your wings and fly. My father is the kind of character who felt that you should always work for a living. So as a child, I did everything. I was a builder's assistant, I was a butcher's assistant, and the one thing that I did, which I enjoyed, was a barbershop, and I worked in a barbershop for Saturdays, and that kind of led me towards becoming a hairdresser.
I never really had a vision of exactly what I wanted to do as a child, and I think that's possibly quite a common scenario to be in. When I went to school, dyslexia wasn't really something which was understood. I found it frustrating to read and write. So my main subjects that I liked was maths and art. And I think purely it's just because they didn't involve the things that I struggled with. I actually chose to be a chef, and I applied to college, and I went for one day and I didn't like it, and the next day I became a hairdresser.
I was an apprentice, so I worked within a salon, within a unit, servicing clients, shampooing, conditioning. Really the backbone of the salon, to help the salon service the clients the way they deserve to be serviced. So my training period was quite long. I trained for 3 years. And then towards the end of our training, shall we say, there was a program where that you train to do certain exams, and then you qualify and become a stylist within the company. And myself and Pedro, just so happened that our journeys met at that stage. As soon as you get through this test and you finally passed, it's almost like a sense of relief, because you've hit like a stepping stone. You almost feel like you've completed something, you've achieved something. And that for me was the pinnacle of my training, and I'm sure the pinnacle of your training. But I remember my very first day when I qualified, I'll never forget it. I got there half an hour early, shoes polished, outfit ironed, hair done, half an hour early, where I was used to taking like 3 or 4 hours to do this haircut, which was perfect and really, really clean, and all of a sudden I had to do it in 45 minutes. For me, it was like, I had like 3 clients back to back. But I just remember when I finished, I was so physically, I thought, please take me back to staff training, I'm not good enough, I can't do this. Throughout your career, you always have benchmarks, and that was like I'd say, one of my biggest learning curves.
Well, our paths have been very different. I chose a very kind of managerial route, so there was kind of be a manager or be a creative director. So my focus has always very much been on numbers, but Johnny's focus is very much, on creativity.
I love our craft, I love what we do. I could cut hair at 1 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, it wouldn't bother me. And I think once you find something that you're passionate about, I don't think there's anything that can stop you. I remember a couple of times when I was training where I'd go home crying because I had enough. I couldn't take it, I wasn't good enough, I'm never going to be good enough. But, the door has to open again tomorrow, and you have to get up and you have to do it again. And there was a very, very, very clear part in my path, which was very difficult for me personally.
Whenever we look at scenarios which could possibly knock our confidence, I think we always remember that we're learning from every single scenario that we come across in life. It's kind of, it makes you grow and it makes you learn, and I just think if you have that attitude towards your career and your life, then I think you can only ever move forward.